Hello, beautiful people. Oh, we got a show for you today. Yes, we do. We have a very special guest. And it's only fitting that Nina's here to be able to have the honor and forget about, what's his name? Jeff? Jeff who? No, because we got Freddy Kruger in his house. I hope you all can hear us quite. So let's get on with this, huh? Can you guys hear us okay? I'm hoping you guys can.
I'm hoping they can hear us. Let me see if
All right.
we get some contact there in the chat. Somebody tell us how we sound. There's people watching. Tell us how we sound. Hey, Lucid Lupus. Amazing what this fuck says. Wubba lubba dubba. Can you hear us?
Oh, bubba lubba dub dub.
Oh, we're gonna do that in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna do that in a minute. Immune to the chloroform.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Okay.
Don't give Patches any ideas. That's all I have to say.
Yes.
You sound beautiful.
Oh boy, are you guys?
All right. Well, let's get this show started, shall we? Today,
Yes.
we have our horror honeys with us as well. We have the delectable, the delicious, the undaunting Dame Saturday.
Hello, how's everybody doing today? And with me, I have the magnificently perfect Mary P.
Hello, and we also have Mia Mina, the undead ballerina.
And we also have Bathsheba, the honey of 1,000 creepy pastas.
And, of course, we have Freddy Kruger.
Oh, got the prop piping, buddy.
Okay.
Yes.
Obviously.
But first.
Yeah, but first.
Remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to get more people in here.
Today's question of the day is, what would you like to know about our guest, Freddy Kruger? Before we get to that, let's see who's in the chat. We've got Stephen Thomas, the amazing what the fuck? Lucid Lupus. Horror Goddess is with us.
Ooh, hey!
Thought I saw somebody else.
He's my squishy.
These are squishy.
Yes.
Looks like that's all who's here so far.
That'll be.
Oh, we have Lucid Lupus.
I
Yes.
said Lupus. Now I can't say it.
Lucid Lupus.
No, I'm
Yes.
still doing the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Late 9, 10, never sleep again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're not Freddy fans at all. We're not fangirling
No.
at all.
Oh, no. No, we're going to handle this with dignity.
Yeah. First, before we get too far into this, I from what Bathsheba was telling us, you've actually met Robert.
Yeah, I did. I met him a couple times.
Were you in costume, and what was that like? What did he think?
Oh, I thought he called me Zelda Bro.
Oh.
That is awesome.
He's
Oh,
a
I can't
great
even
guy.
imagine.
I met him. I was in costume, but the second time I met him, I wasn't in costume at the time because I was working at Comic-Con. Why?
Ah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Really
And
awesome.
he signed your glove.
Yep, sent my glove. He signed some pictures of mine and stuff. Awesome guy.
That is
yeah.
so wicked.
He is very, very awesome. I actually liked him before he was playing Freddy, and I have not been disappointed in anything I've seen him in. He's
Oh, I liked him as Freddy. He's the best. No questions about it.
yeah.
Always will be.
What drew you to Freddy? What made you want to do Freddy?
Maybe because I'm a nightmare to some people out there. Maybe that's why. They look at me, yeah. Maybe that's why too.
Such as, oh, you call me a nightmare, I'll give you a nightmare, and that's why you don't have the Freddy persona, right?
Yeah. I think I just fit the description with him. That's why. That's all.
How do you feel when you cosplaying? I mean, does it give you that menacing feeling, or
Makes you feel like a whole different person. You know, you're expressing yourself into a whole different character. It's a good thing.
do people
Oh, I hear
ask
that.
you to be Freddy for them?
What's that?
Do people ask you to be Freddy, quote lines and from the movie and everything for them? I know they probably do, but
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
people ask you
Yeah.
to be Freddy for them.
Oh yeah, people ask me to do Freddy for like shows and parties and all that other stuff, and you know, people take pictures of me, go to Comic Cons, people go nuts over me. I'll tell you, you'd be surprised how many hit me.
I
know I would.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be fangirling. I'd be like, Freddy! Hey! Hey! Go back here! Get back here! Oh my God.
I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
What's your favorite Freddy one-liner?
I got a lot of them. I like the one, how sweet got meat. That's a good one. Jason. That's a good one.
I like the one, you've got the body, I've got the brains.
Oh, when he says, "Oh, I got," yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's about the only part of that particular movie I like. Out of the because that one
I got the brains.
Oh, and we have Baron von Pasta has joined us. I like it when Freddy calls his victims bitch.
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
How would you describe yourself?
Rick and Morty did swoop off of that.
How do I describe myself?
Yes.
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 As what? As Freddy? As just me in general?
You in general.
You in general.
I don't know. Just
You in general.
I don't know how to describe myself actually. Just a misunderstood guy, I guess.
I see.
Okay. I think a lot of us
Out of all of the movies that Freddy's in, which one do you feel is your favorite?
What?
Your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street? Your favorite, which one?
Part 4.
Part 4.
Oh.
Dream Warrior.
Oh.
Right there.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Part 4 mask. This is the Part 4.
Yeah.
That's great.
Part 4 mask. What's your favorite Freddy kill?
One when he drags Johnny Depp into the bed and all the blood comes up.
Ooh, that was a good one. I remember that.
I love that one.
That was like the best kill right there. Actually, you know what? The other one I like on Dream Warrior is when he takes the girl into the TV and thrusts her into the TV and kills her and says, "Look at that prime tar, bitch." That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one right there.
Those are my top two.
That's one.
Nice.
Yeah, best one right there. No questions about it.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is when he appears out of the TV and says, "Welcome to prime time, bitch."
Yes.
Now you just did your process for putting everything on, and it took you like what, 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Must be nice.
That didn't take long.
Wow.
Well, I'm not wearing my face pants or anything. I'm just wearing shorts because it's so hot out right now. You know, it's
Yeah.
It must be difficult to wear long sleeves during the summer.
Yeah, it's a little warm, but it's not too bad actually. It's actually pretty breezy too, so it's not too hot either.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Nice.
I pet.
It's like 1,000,000 degrees in this closet right now. That's all I have to say. Oh, I wore the sweatshirt. No, I'm dying. This wig's too hot.
So, what is your secret to mimicking Freddy's voice and mannerisms?
What do you mean?
Did you?
How did you do it? How did you master it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just practiced it. I watched a movie and I just practiced it. That's all I did.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I just practiced it. I just train my throat to do that. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I like you, bitch.
God dang.
Nice.
That blows my mind. I mean, wow. I mean, some people really have to work hard on it, and I think you have just the natural talent. You have the right pitch. And I was telling the girls after I had talked to you the first time that, oh, you know, granted, yes, all right, you know, Robert Englund, they ended up, you said, using a voice changer to be able to get him to the pitch and to get that optimal voice that they were looking for, and you're able to do that without a voice changer.
Yeah, I can.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pure talent right there.
Yeah.
That's something
Yeah,
really
it
should
is.
want. Yes, it is. Other people need help. You don't.
Yeah.
People bug out when I do the voice. I'll tell you, I scare the hell out of a lot of people when I tell it, especially haunts, because I do haunts as well. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know, that would be, oh my God, that right there. When I hear that you're able to scare the bejeebus out of people and just do what you love to do, and you're, you know, who you are and who you cosplay, that is like oh, I hear angels. Oh, yo, I just, honest to God, I mean, that would be so much fun. When people come in, I want them to have to wear adult diapers. I want to be, you know, I want to be there. I want to catch them off guard. I want to scare the bejeebus out of them. I want to, oh, it just sounds like so much fun. It really does.
Now, did you have the mask specially made for you, or did you? I mean, what was the process of going and getting all of the costumes?
Yeah, where did you get your mask? I mean, how? I mean, the process on that. I mean,
this is a silicone mask. It's made by James Undergraph. That's the guy who makes it. He's from I think he's from New York. I think he makes them privately and he sells them.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
This is the kind of mask you're not going to find out of. You're not going to find in a Halloween store.
No, no.
No, it isn't.
I bet you have to take very good care of it too, and disinfect and such, right?
What's that?
And
You have to take very good care of your mask, such as disinfect the inside of it every so often.
Yeah, you got to wash it. You got to take care of it. It's not a whole lot of work, but
yeah,
just, you got to take care of it on you and stuff. You know.
We've got
What's that?
we've got a question from the chat. Are you afraid of Jason?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Every day. Kill me, not kill him. He kills me.
Hi, Stranger Stories. Hi, Hawk.
We have Mama here too.
Yep, we do.
Mama!
See Mama. There's Mama. Were there any obstacles that you had to conquer when you were first starting? Were there any obstacles that you had to conquer before you performed as Freddy?
Well, I had to put the right things together, right? But when I first started doing my first Freddy, it was a total different mask I had, and I was just throwing anything together. But as I was watching the movies, I paid attention to what kind of sweaters he was wearing and what kind of glove and the hat and all that kind of stuff, and I understood, So I started putting it together piece by piece after a while. That's when I started doing it, making more movement to it. That was the whole idea.
I mean, it looks so authentic. I mean, the time that you took to pick out the right pieces and everything, I mean, that makes the costume, and the cosplay so much more believable. And I think that's one of the reasons why people are flocking, because when they see it, they're just like, whoa, wait a minute. No, that's like Hollywood grade. Yeah, because he took the time to do it. That's why.
And
he didn't go out and...
Top 4 hat right here. The hat you're looking at, the top 4.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
And thank you,
awesome.
Leonard Barton, for the super chat. And Mama.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I
The,
can't see anything. My phone is dead. Oh, I should probably check it and see if I can get in chat yet.
let me see. The glove again. What went into the glove?
What's that?
What went into the glove?
What about the glove?
What went into getting it made and everything?
Oh, this
doesn't-
is a bench-made glove right here. It's bench-made.
Wow.
I don't know if you know it, but I got it on eBay.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Now that is impressive.
That is cool. That is really cool.
Look at the prime time.
I love the fact you can hear it.
What's that?
Yes.
You can
It's
hear
got like
it.
metal. It's
move
not
it.
plastic.
No.
That's metal. That's
Yes, it
real.
is. I bet
That's
you
what.
feel safe wearing it.
I know hands go in the glove.
Yep.
Is there any pet peeve that you have while performing, of people coming up to you or bothering you or anything?
Yeah. Do you have any issues with that?
I know some of the female cosplayers have issues with people expecting them to be a certain way. Is there any expectation or any problems like that with you?
Oh yeah, I've had some issues. Some people are just so afraid of Freddy. That's the thing too. People have a phobia about him. Some people
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
guess
it
you-
needs their dreams, so I can understand that.
Yeah. So I guess you bring about that kind of trauma, don't you, when wearing that?
I mean, they can't do anything to me when I go to like Comic Cons and all that other stuff too. I mean, like they can't have me thrown out of there because it's cosplay. You could cosplay anything you want in cons. You know, you have the right to.
Right.
So they can't just kick you out whenever they feel like because they don't like your cosplay. That's discriminating.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to take a real quick commercial break here, and we will be right back with Freddy.
I'm gonna take my mask off.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Please. All right. Shit.
Feeling trapped and alone?
Tired of being sick and tired?
Then there's a place for you.
Hidden deep in the forest by a fresh lake, nestled by snow-capped mountains, is the commune. Enjoy life surrounded by friends and nature.
A truly safe environment.
Albuquerque.
And when the sun goes down, we all get down and watch the sparks fly. Don't hesitate and send in your application today.
Open yourself for new experiences, imagery, sounds, and for me. Indulge in the best. You deserve it. I deserve it. We all deserve it at the commune. Albuquerque. Hello. They say curiosity killed the cat. But thankfully for us, it led you to hit that join button.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Who are we? That's easy. I'm Kenny Dreadful, and my partner's Mysterio. And together, we form Dezombified. Scary stories and good times.
You spoke French.
As enthusiasts of the macabre and bizarre, we cover stories that are unexplainable, unimaginable, paranormal, and otherworldly, in a style that's fun and laid back, and that's catered solely for mature audiences.
Yeah, boy.
And our community is everything to us. And that's why we love to promote creators from within our own genre.
Nice.
And it's all done through interviews, shout-outs, candid channel reviews, and more. But all work and no play makes Jack a very, very dull boy.
Here's Johnny.
So from time to time, we love to mix it up with hangouts, phone calls, interactive games, and even some sexy ASMR. Yeah, you like it? Well, then come get some. And joining is the gift that keeps on giving, because on top of that blissful and warm feeling you get deep down inside from becoming a Dezombified member, you'll also get with your paid subscription neat badges right next to your name, custom, criminally insane, off the charts emotes that you could use right in the chat. And on top of that, once a month, you'll receive some crazy off the hook gifts that truly bang out. So on top of the information, the entertainment, we also improve your health slightly through the magic of laughter. Hey, it's a no-brainer, so why don't you become a member today, baby?
No regrets, you know what I'm saying?
And welcome back. We are here with Klint Kruger, Freddy Kruger,
going on, guys? I can breathe better now.
Well, we want you to be comfortable, okay?
Yes. we
Yes.
do. And
It was hard for me to talk in because it started getting really hot and my nose started clogging up on me because it's so hot out right now. So I could do better, believe me.
No, I hear you on that one.
I
Gotcha.
understand that completely.
Yeah.
It's got to be difficult to eat and drink with that mask on too.
I can drink better with it on, but I can't eat with it on.
Mm.
Oh, I see.
And Wepa, hello,
Oh, see, that
hello,
would be a problem for me.
Nightmare.
Hello, you.
And Fear the Great White has joined us.
Hey, Fear.
Fear the Great White.
So, out of all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, you like number 4 the best. Is there one that you hate the most?
I don't hate them. I mean, there's more that I like better than the other ones in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta say I don't want to bash the remake of the remake. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't good. Like I was telling Kelly about the remake because nobody hardly ever liked the remake. Hardly, you know what I mean? But I gotta say, the most one I didn't like the less was I say probably the new Nightmare one that came out a long time ago.
Okay.
Everybody, because most people like the originals from the 1980s. Most people.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't think people really understood New Nightmare. They didn't understand what was going on, what they were trying to do with that, and I think that's why there was a lot of misunderstandings on that one.
Mm-hmm. And even so, Wes Craven directed it too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean the movie didn't come out good. It came out good. It just something about it wasn't as
it lacked the charm, right?
Yeah. It's my least favorite is 2, which a lot of people I know don't like 2 for various reasons.
Sorry, somebody was driving by blasting their music on the motorcycles.
Yeah, that happens.
It's like I couldn't hear what you guys were saying.
Have you ever thought of cosplaying at a strip club? I don't know the strip clubs allow that, do they?
I have no idea. I haven't been to a strip club in a long time.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, my local strip club actually closed down years ago, actually. So we don't have a strip club here anymore, which really sucks.
Yeah, they closed down the one that was up here. There was only one thing that they were required of the strippers was to have one article of clothing. Of course, they chose shoes. Yeah, I'm not saying it was like a high class place, but
wow,
it was. Yeah.
Congrats, Mary P, our newest mod.
Yeah.
I keep mine around me, all in business.
Mary's always strutting around her house with her shoes on. She's got her platforms on, and that's it. Getting fuzzles all riled up and stuff. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you. What draws you to horror?
What drew me to horror was, well, like I was telling Kelly, I mean, I was, at first when I was a kid, I was actually scared of horror, believe it or not. And as me and Kelly were talking, we were talking about, you know, horror movie directors and how scary they were and how they scared the hell out of me when I was a kid growing up. But, you know, one day I just sucked it up and I just started watching horror movies one time. And then as you realize that they're only make-believe, you know what I mean? But they still creeped me out when I was a kid because that's when all the masses of horror was alive back in those days. Like I was telling Kelly when Wes Craven was alive and Stan Winston and all those other guys who brought horror to life. Okay, not all this computer animation crap that you use today now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's horror not the same like it used to be. Like I was telling Kelly, you know what I mean?
I completely agree with you. Granted, I get with the whole CG thing that people just want to be able to put their what they picture in their mind's eye out to the people exactly the way they see it, because I think it's more effective that way. When honestly, I believe when you put stuff together with real tangible items, objects, people, makeup, gore, whatever, I think it is way more effective and it's just more believable. And you get lost in it because that's something you could like physically walk out of your house and see. You know, it's not like a green screen thing, you know.
Well,
so I agree with you on that.
I think it's also the you have to use all of your tools judiciously, in my thoughts. Yes, there are some things you can't do without CGI, but there are some things that practical is much better. Look at that. Look at that. I gave her your Facebook page to show pictures from. Yeah,
yes.
That is so awesome.
Stunning.
So, you know, I think if you can find that balance where you're not using it so much that it's detrimental to the movie and you're using the practical as well, and they're both working well together, I think that there's a place for both. But I think when you rely on one or the other and it's obvious to the viewer that this is not, it's taking away from the story. It's not the same. It's taking away from the story.
It's not as realistic either. That's the thing too. It looks fake. People don't want to see fake stuff, you know. And like I was telling her the other day, I saw that new movie Gretel and Hansel. I saw that the other night, and terrible. Didn't like it. It was terrible. Didn't like it at all.
Oh, what made it terrible?
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean you won't like it, but I didn't like it. I just thought it was it had a lousy ending to it too. You know what I mean? And the way it was put together. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the witch was pretty creepy. I mean, she's a very common actress. She was in a lot of horror movies herself too. But on the other hand, the way it was put together, there was just they could have done a better job of it. You know what I mean? So it wasn't what I expected.
What was your first horror movie?
The first horror movie? Actually, I think it was Jaws.
Really?
Wow. Jaws will ever remain a classic. Hey, it's perfect for summertime.
Because Jaws was filmed down here in Massachusetts, up in the Cape.
Oh, wow.
That's so awesome.
It does.
That's awesome.
And every time I go to the beach, it feels like a Jaws scene sometimes too. It so does. You can get that Jaws into it, but not just that. But and another thing
that's why I don't usually go in the water.
About Jaws was Steven Spielberg. He used the robotic shock, and it looked real. That's another thing that freaked me the hell out.
Right.
The shock looked realistic.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It looked real. It was, and not just that, because it was actually based on a true story. Actually, that really did happen.
You know, I think that when people take horror stories and they base them off of something that has happened, and they will, you know, when you amplify that the best way you know how, that makes for a really good movie. It does.
Well,
It really does. I mean, okay, I'll use another example, and it's kind of a grotesque movie, and I cringe every single time I hear about it or when I see it. Is Wolf Creek? You guys know the story behind Wolf Creek?
Yeah. Yes,
Mhm.
that one. Oh my God.
That's based on true events as well, and
I could never forget that serial killer that killed a lot of backpackers out in Australia. And his name was Ivan Milat.
Yeah, that one. That one
my
got me. I had to stop watching that one and go back to it when I was in a better frame of mind.
I know, right?
Yes.
That one.
But, I mean, and not to, but actually, Nightmare on Elm Street was based on things that really happened.
Mm-hmm. It is. It has.
There were, and I can't remember. I think they were Tibetan. That were for no reason just dying in their sleep, and the only thing that they could figure was that they were trying to stay awake because they didn't want to go to sleep because they were afraid of dying.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because they were having bad dreams that were killing them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary.
It is.
Of course, after seeing Nightmare on Elm Street, I have dreams about Freddy going around my high school killing the kids that picked on me. So yeah, I'm just weird.
Bittersweet, man. I don't see anything wrong with that, Mia, actually. Not at all. That's not crazy.
Tell him to take a nap, I dare you.
Yeah. You look tired. Take a nap. Yes.
Yeah.
Time for the afternoon siesta.
Yeah.
Take a lot of caffeine pills because you're going to need it.
I love it.
I think that's probably what played into a lot of the issues. They were drinking coffee, taking caffeine, anything just to keep them going. And I mean, the human body can only handle so much before it starts to, the sleep deprivation starts getting in, and that really can just mess up your psyche, like you would.
Not only that, it would actually make you dehydrated and also hallucinate.
Yes.
I think after 72 hours of being awake without actually sleeping, I'm talking without even dozing, you start having the hallucinations, you start hearing things, your brain starts to act a little funny. They say that if you have gone 16 hours and you get behind the wheel of a car, you are basically driving drunk.
Oh, yeah. Driving under the influence of sleep deprivation.
I have chemical thing.
Oh,
yeah, Mary?
With my idiopathic hypersomnia, it's like going 3 days without sleep if I don't take my medication for it, and that's why it's so dangerous. If I don't plan it out right, and I'm behind a wheel in a vehicle, basically, I have to be very careful about that. So I understand that.
So is Freddy your favorite horror movie villain?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is.
Who would be your favorite horror movie hero if you have one?
A horror movie hero? Freddy, I guess.
I'll agree with that.
The hero when he's a villain.
Charming.
That's one thing that I absolutely just love about the 80s slashers and everything, the way that they marketed with Freddy Krueger. I mean, they had lunch boxes, they had dolls, they had t-shirts, they had, everything. Yeah, and it was just like, oh my God, he was such an icon. He's such an icon. I mean, you can't go anywhere without saying, all you have to say is Freddy Krueger. And people it's instant. They know exactly.
Y'all can't see it, obviously.
He's the biggest horror icon. I don't know. He's a bigger horror icon than Jason, believe it or not. And that's why I do him, because it catches a lot of people's attention.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Dezombified. Yes. Yes. Thank you for that.
Y'all can't see it, obviously, but I have the, I don't know if y'all ever saw the street sign things that they made with Freddy in the middle and Elm Street across it. But I have one of those, and I've had it. I had it over my bedroom door when I was a teenager. As you walked in, if you looked up, it was right there above the door frame, and now it's over here on my wall. My granddaughter has seen this in my room since she was an itty bitty baby, and not until yesterday did she goes, "He looks kind of creepy."
Well, he's supposed to.
Honey, he's a sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Freddy bugs everybody out. Some people say, "Oh, Freddy's not scary." I go, "Okay, well, that's your opinion, you know." But it seems like a lot of people these days. Seems like more people are afraid of clowns these days, which clowns never really scared me. You know what I mean?
No, clowns.
Oh, no. Don't get me started on clowns, because I have like physically gone into a freaking freezer to avoid them, get them out of here. The Shriners are coming into town. They're selling circus tickets, and they just come walking in to my restaurant when I'm managing, and they just like all, and I'm just like, I'm outie, I'm gone. Are they gone yet? Just get the tickets and get the fuck out of my restaurant. I'm sorry. No, I was serious. I cannot stand clowns. I will die of hypothermia before I let those clowns. Oh.
You know what? There's an actual name for that fear. It's actually called chlorophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have a name for the fear of Freddy because, you know, it's Freddy.
He's on a whole different level, man. I mean, it's Fredophobia. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oops, I closed my page.
The fear to go to sleep would be the one that they
probably
be. I don't know what that term. Narcophobia? I don't narcophobia. No, that's when somebody falls asleep. Narcoleptic. Shit. Can you imagine being scared of Freddy Kruger? You're scared of Freddy Kruger, and you're narcoleptic.
Oh, okay. That's a big problem.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
no.
You should see how many people I scared last year at my local haunt. I mean, oh my God, I scared a load of people. I'll tell you. Just me walking down the hallway as Freddy, and people are just bolting into the next room over, and they're not supposed to run in that direction either.
Oh my God!
This was good.
The best scare I had was all these kids were walking in the room, and the minute they saw me as Freddy, as I was walking down the hallway, they just bolted it. They were so scared, and they just ran into the wrong direction. That's how scared they got, you know.
The fear of Freddy is called fear, according to Baron Pasta.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just common sense.
Pink Deadite says it's common sense. Amazing. What the fuck says Freddy phobia is the fear of Freddy Kruger.
Yes. Oh my God. We have our own terminology here. You heard it first on Dezombified.
Hey, we're just inventive.
Everybody has their phobia about something. Like, I know people were afraid of Michael Myers. I know people were afraid of Jason, Freddy, Chucky, even Chucky, for Christ's sake. Chucky was creepy back in the
Oh, God.
That falls into that doll stuff, you know, the whole
Chucky
doll
is one
thing.
of my fears.
Poopophobia.
Yes.
The thing with Chucky.
I had a doll that creeped me out. Oh.
The thing with Chucky, and it was Pet Sematary 2 got me with this, is the scene where they use the knife on the
the Achilles heel. Yes.
That right there. Because I actually
did that too.
I actually saw that happen
I saw the
in
remake. I saw the remake Pet Cemetery. I didn't like it at all.
You didn't?
Oh,
I haven't seen the remake.
you know what? Now I
The
remember
remake?
I really do remember my first horror movie. It was actually Dr. Herbert West's Reanimator.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That one, like, especially with the dead cat being revived, I was like, oh my god, that freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, I bet it would.
And also the severed head talking, I was like, oh my god, that freaked me out. It really did.
You see, okay, to relate that scene with the scalpel and the whole Achilles tendon. Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. It gives me cringe.
I actually.
You look at the Freddy Krueger movie when he ends up making that one person his puppet, and he takes all the tendons and rips them out of the arms and the legs to make them, you know. That one. That one stuck with me. That stuck with me. That stuck with me. Oh no, thank you. No.
Freddy's a bug out. I mean, Freddy has done like so many creepy things. He's most creepiest for my, you know what I mean?
The thing is, Freddy's in your head. Freddy's in your dreams. So Freddy knows what's going to get to you the most. So he's going to go after those fears that you have that you don't tell anybody else about.
Yes, that's where it gets people. That's why there's so many phobias out there with Freddy, because when you fall asleep and you have nightmares, those nightmares are so real to you. They're produced in your own head. They're your own thoughts. And to have something that just seems, oh yeah, well, that's so unbelievable because it's so asinine, the things that they were doing. Really? Because, you know, last time you went to sleep and you had a nightmare, was there any rules or regulations? Did you do things that you weren't or were supposed to do? Or did you try to do something and you could not do it? That's the whole point. Taking that fear from night terrors and the nightmares and putting a face to it. Who's behind what's giving it to you?
Freddy's not a deadite and amazing. What the fuck? Freddy is more of a tupa, actually, in my opinion. We brought him to life in a way and given him, we've given him life, so to speak, because we've given this embodiment to something that can scare us like that you can use our own fears, those fears that are inside us that we don't talk about, those fears that we don't let anybody know about, that we hide.
We don't want anyone to know.
No,
we don't want them to know.
We act like we're not afraid, and Freddy's right there and saying, hey, you can't keep that from me. I know you're afraid of that, and I'm going to use it against you. You're going with me, babe. Or bitch, or however.
Now, Pink, I noticed that Pink made a comment in chat about she doesn't have nightmares or dreams, which I'm glad that somebody mentioned it. I'm glad someone mentioned it because I do the dream interpretations. The thing is, a lot of times people who dream in black and white will not remember their dreams. They will not remember the dreams.
I dream in full color, so that's what the problem is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very vivid that way. You remember certain colors, you remember certain schemes, you remember those things and they stand out to you. The moment that you can remember a certain color or a certain instance or a certain feeling or whatever, suddenly the dream just comes into play, especially right after you wake up and think about it. You'll remember that dream.
She meant Pet Fox, Pink. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Pet Fox. I'm sorry, not Pet. Yeah, not Pink. I'm sorry. My bad, Pink. Sorry.
Never mind. But
we wish you all the best with your nightmares and dreamscapes, and have a terrifying time. Because guess who's going to be in your dreams tonight, Pink?
Oh, yes.
How do you think Freddy would do? And this is just a general question. How do you think Freddy would do at the zombie apocalypse?
You can't kill him. Zombies can't kill him.
Yeah, they can't do anything to him, so I think he'd be having fun.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
Do you
You're gonna kill
think
him.
that a zombie has enough mind for Freddy to be able to manipulate?
I don't think so. It's practically
Probably not.
mindless and
It
animalistic.
would have to be physical.
Zombies
That's
are
not gonna
walking
be hard.
No, I don't think they're
Right.
capable of actual emotions. So I
No,
seriously
they're
doubt
very
that.
animalistic.
Yeah,
In fact, how do they even move without any conscious anything? You're brain dead. Basically,
Yeah.
a zombie
You're pretty
is
much-
brain dead.
That's
Yeah,
why
he
they
lacks
make
sense.
this
So how
show.
do the auto movement? How does that work? They don't breathe. They don't need air. I mean, you can. They don't need blood.
They want to eat brains. They want to eat brains, and that's
So why do they
move
want to
so
eat brains?
slow.
Did
It's because they
somebody
don't
tell
have any-
them it was Freddy? It was a preemptive dream. Says, hey, if you eat brains, you will live
You guys-
forever. What's that?
maybe because they know that they have lack of brain function, so therefore they hunger for the brains in order to compensate what they lack. So it's the only theory.
But isn't that a conscious thought? Dang, that would be a conscious thought.
No,
Would it
not
not?
necessarily. I think what it is that
No, cravings are unconscious, I believe.
yeah, like for example, like you hunger for certain things. You didn't really make the actual decision to do it. Like
True.
you know you're hungry. It's an
Mm.
automatic thing. And the same thing with you know that you're in pain or anything. It's just plain instinct. Yes, as Pink Deadite had said. But
Touche. All right,
yeah.
touche.
yeah, so you
Gotcha.
know that you're hungry. You hunger for something, but you know you're not mindless enough to just eat the nearest thing. Like you like eat your pen or something like that. You know that you have enough sense that okay, that tastes nasty. Don't eat that kind of thing. It's like okay, what's in like the only thing that's truly conscious is that okay, I'm hungry. I need to go to the kitchen
Mhm.
instead of
Kind of
eating.
like when you're like, I'm like craving something salty. I should probably. I want to eat something salty, so I'm going to eat something salty.
Yes.
Like Kenny's nuts.
Perfect example.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying. I'm so sorry. That's demented. That was the first thing that came into my mind.
Hey, we all
What have
think
you
of
done to
nuts.
me? I'm brainwashed.
Like Kenny's nuts are just that powerful.
Salted
They do.
nuts.
They give us powerful cravings.
They're magically delicious.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
There's an
Oh, look at
autograph.
that.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh my God, that is wicked.
Oh
I got some
Oh my
autographs to
God.
show you guys.
yeah.
I got a
Please
autograph.
do.
What?
Yeah.
What is your? Oh. Oh.
You know who that is?
Yes, that's Nancy.
Yes, that's Nancy.
That's Nancy. That's all I know.
I wanted
Did
to
you?
have. What was that like?
Huh?
What was
How was
that
she?
like?
What is she like?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Tell
bad.
us.
She wasn't bad. She was cool. I liked that Amanda West the best. We had a good conversation. She was cool.
Okay.
Wow.
I wanted to get I wanted to get a blonde white streak in my hair.
Look at that. Oh,
He was a good guy. I met him too.
wow.
There's me at Comic-Con. You see it?
Oh, okay. Now got it.
And people
Oh,
taking
oh.
pictures of me.
Oh.
We're being asked to have you show everything again.
Yes. Show us again.
Yes.
Everything. Start with the glove.
Start with the glove. Yeah.
That signature on the glove is a wow.
That is wicked. Oh my God, that is so
beautiful, man. That's just
Nancy.
Oh, you want to see the Nancy one?
Yeah.
Dezombified's asking.
They're going gaga behind the scenes here.
Yeah, they are.
They go crazy.
Miss Stereo is like a huge Freddy fan, and I know she's fangirling right now.
Yeah.
I like that one. I really like that one. That had to be fun to do.
That was Comic-Con.
You know, the closest horror icon that I think that I have ever came across was, well, The Sopranos don't count because, you know,
No, they don't.
I mean, it's horror in a different sense. But Dan Aykroyd.
That's me right there.
Wow.
Wow.
That was done
that is
professionally.
Wow.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're not being Freddy?
I just do whatever, I guess. There's another one right here. Eat the Wilcox.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what else I got? Yeah. I got Mark Patton over here from Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I got. Remember this scene when the guy's head blows up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
And Cole.
Oh, my God.
Robert Englund.
Yes.
I love that picture. Oh, my God, I love that picture.
I'm not saying We talked about zombies earlier, right? Remember this guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Land of the Dead. I met him too.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
I envy you right now.
Comic-Con. Which Comic-Con do you go to?
It was called Scaricon, and I met the guy that did the Crypt Keeper too.
No way. Oh, my.
I envy
my God.
you more now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I got a good one here. Remember this guy? Candyman?
Oh, my God. No way.
Wow.
Going tonight?
Holy.
Another one.
That was a freaky movie.
That was a freaky movie. Those were freaky movies.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
But they couldn't have picked a better person to play Candyman.
Oh, I know. Right?
Oh my.
That's Lance Henriksen.
Yes, from Aliens. Yes. When the android when he got ripped apart and shit. Oh my God. I about puked when I saw that scene. Oh my God. That movie right there.
Yes.
The Amazing What the Fuck wants to know what's your thoughts on Vincent Price?
Vincent Price?
Yes. What do you think of Vincent Price?
Oh, the guy who directed Candyman?
No, Vincent Price, the
actor.
Oh, the new.
That's okay, he didn't hear.
It's okay.
Vincent Price, the narrator, very iconic.
Yes.
He did the voiceover and like Michael Jackson's Thriller and oh man.
Oh yes.
So many.
Yeah. I've heard of him. I'm just trying to remember who he is. And I got Amanda Liss over here.
He was he's played a million. Oh wow.
Holy crap.
He's played a million different horror movies.
I might need
Yeah.
to see.
And Sun Ghost Squad, hi, welcome.
I've seen so many horror. Unbelievable. What else I got here? And I got
But you have to remember that Vincent was from an older school.
He was.
her.
There's
Oh, there she
Cassandra.
is. Oh,
There
Love
you
I
are.
am not worthy.
I love
You
that
just
woman.
pulled out right there. You can't get any. Oh my God. Oh.
She was down here at our Comic-Con, and my husband was there doing a fan table, and he was in his cosplay, and he was wearing a kilt, and she kilt checked him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Elvira
Is
grabbed
that-
his goodies.
Oh, that is.
I got Doug Bradley, the guy that did Pinhead.
Wow.
Yeah, I see that.
Ooh,
He is awesome.
that's cool.
What else I got?
These are all iconic people from. Oh, you bet. The best.
This is a very impressive collection that you have. Like,
Yes, it is.
that's awesome.
Oh my God.
Is that?
Amy Steele.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
wow.
in too. Yep.
And welcome Christina Sun Ghost Squad to the mod squad.
Christina! Yes!
And I'm
Oh.
sorry, earlier that was Pesky Leonard Barton. I screwed it up. And there he is. There's Jason.
Oh! Oh! The man. Oh! Mm.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is
Jason. And this is me here with the guy that did the It. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff here. This is the guy that did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
That guy right there, him, and I think what was it, the stunt man? There's like three of them. They actually, believe it or not, have their own paranormal investigations that they do.
Yes, I do.
The
Yeah.
three iconic horror team. Okay, I'm just saying because having the stuntman from Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees and the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and what ghost in the right mind is going to show up? I'm sorry.
Oh,
You know who that is?
Oh yes, I know him. Oh my God, he's hot.
oh wow. Oh.
Are you? Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
Hotter.
I just showed you like over 20 autographs I got over the years.
Wow. How long have you been
Yeah,
playing,
that's
Freddy?
impressive.
How long have you been playing, Freddy?
Like going on 4 years.
Wow.
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 That is devotion.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I got this too. I bought this at Comic-Con. It's not autographed.
I like
That's wicked.
It's still
That one's a
cool.
good
Now-
one.
Wow.
Your glove is not as heavy as the original glove, from what I could see. Now, the original glove was so heavy, that's why he walked kind of
Lopsided?
looking to one side, because the glove was so heavy, it was pulling him down on one side.
Though, if that be the case, it certainly would offer a really good special effect because, you would expect, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you could just walk in John Travolta, Saturday Night Live kind of thing, walking down the street, horror killer. Yeah, I'm a slasher. I'm going to get you. But no, when you get a little bit of a drag limp to it, that is so much creepier.
You think of it when
Oh,
You know that
I know
glove.
the secret behind that.
You know that glove was stolen, but
yes,
you managed to get it back.
I didn't hear they got it back, but I knew had been stolen at one point.
Yeah, it got stolen.
Wow.
It got stolen, and what happened was they found it on eBay, and they made an offer to the guy, and they rebought the damn thing.
Oh,
They should have picked him up too.
The guy didn't know it was stolen. He didn't know it was stolen from the original movie. He didn't know that.
Wow.
Although I know why Robert Englund kind of slouched a bit, it was actually unintentional. What happened was that the glove was a bit too heavy for him to wear, so he had that little slouch. He meant to walk properly.
yeah.
But they saw, like, why did you slouch about that? It's like, oh, is it bad? It's like, no, keep at it. It's awesome. And I was like, oh, okay, fine.
You know, Clint made, when we were talking about it, you were making a point that what was Robert Englund's age when he started making movies in the first place?
I don't know how old he was. I have no idea. That's a good question.
Oh, you know,
I know.
If I remember,
he was up there.
30s.
He was up there. I know that.
He was in his 20s, I think.
It was after V. It was
Yes.
after V.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I
That
fell in
was
love
a
with
good-
him in V.
Mhm.
That was a freaky series, by the way.
Yeah,
I love that series.
love that
oh
series.
My God. The original
I tortured my family every Friday night at 8:00. I'm sorry. The TV's mine right now. If you don't like it, you can leave the room.
That
I don't think I ever watched the show back in the day. I don't think I ever watched it. Maybe I watched it and I don't remember because it was so long ago.
You know, when I always hear the conspiracy theories about the aliens, the lizard people, yes, I do too. I always think, I was like, oh God, it's the.
I ever wondered, like, if they ever do exist, do they actually sound like that? I'm just wondering.
reptilians. What did they know? Maybe they actually had reptilians playing the part. Maybe they weren't human at all. Maybe that face ripping and shit was all real. We don't know. It looked real. Of course, it doesn't look that real now that I look at it. But
you guys, speaking of reptilian, you guys want to see a reptilian mask? You want to see it?
yes,
Oh, go
Yes.
for it. Yes.
do it, do it, do it.
Actually, speaking of V, that has actually been showing up at the cons down here with people cosplaying the aliens.
I was just gonna say, do you think it has to do with all the conspiracies and stuff that are starting to come up again, and they're just like it's V all over again?
I think so. I think it does. And yeah. Oh, I'm scared.
This was my first mask.
Oh.
Holy shit balls! Look at that.
That was my first mask.
I am in awe.
Wow, that is amazing.
That's my first
Oh
mask.
my God.
That had to be hot as.
That looks thick.
Oh my
That's really
God.
thick. That's heavy. That's some heavy. Wow.
Oh, this is heavy.
Yeah.
Is it
This one-
pliable enough when you put it on? Are you able to is it pliable enough in the facial area that you're able to move the mouth and stuff like that? I mean,
Yeah, you can move them out, but it sounds like you're mumbling in it. You know what I mean? Because the silicone is so
It's so
thick.
thick.
You know what I mean? The way they made it, you know?
Oh,
pick his
wow.
nose. Why was that the first thing that I just thought of? It's like, I want to see you pick the reptilian's nose.
That'd be funny.
What the hell? Somebody slapped me. That's stupid.
This is
That's
what.
stupid.
You guys want to see how
That is-
you guys want to see how the mask comes on? This mask right here. I'll show you how. I'll put it on.
Yes.
I'll show you.
Yes, please show us.
Let's go like this. Spread it out like this.
Oh my God. It looks like skin. It looks like skin. Oh my God. He's one of those skins.
Like fun.
Oh my God.
And I noticed that's
Wow.
another thing. You know, we see a lot of people, a lot of masks.
Nice.
We see a lot of masks that are made out of latex.
Yeah.
And latex has gotten people are having such allergic reactions. You're seeing a lot of them being made out of the silicone now.
Yeah.
Is the silicone, it just seems like it would be more breathable to me than the latex.
I think it's more movable. I think it's more like a second skin. Yeah.
It feels
I
like
think that'd be far more comfortable.
That is amazing. That went on so easily and so quickly.
Oh, I know, right?
Wow.
Okay, another creepy thought that just popped in my head when he did that. Can you imagine Freddy Krueger being in a geriatric home? I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm just saying.
No.
No.
Why did that come into my head?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
No,
this is
no,
why we
no,
can't nice thing. Exactly why.
It looks so, I mean, it's so real. I mean, everything is so, it fits so perfectly.
one size fits all.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And then he rips it off. There it's gone. Oh,
Well, he doesn't rip it off. He carefully rips it off, but
well, yeah. Of course.
And this is the hand right here, the burnt hand. This is a burnt hand right now.
that's latex too. I mean,
No, it's
silicone too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so.
Sorry, amazing what the fuck is just said. I love latex, if you know what I mean, and I'm
We know what that is.
my brain just
Okay.
Yep.
I think of the GIMP right away. The GIMP out of the box. Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yeah, the GIMP.
Yikes. How can we not forget
Stay
that?
for it,
one?
Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Schmack.
Albuquerque.
Is there anything else that you would like to say to our listeners and watchers and that we haven't asked? Seriously.
You got anything you want to ask me? You can ask me anything you like.
Now is
Hello, hi.
Hey, hi.
I just can't think of
Horror.
anything right now.
Good to see you. It's been a long time.
Goodness. Did you meet Tony Todd? Or, yeah, Tony Todd? Candyman.
What's that?
Did you meet Candyman?
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, I met him twice. Yeah, I met him a couple
Wait.
times.
Okay. No, wait. Who is that actor? Is it Lauren
Tony
Fishburne?
Todd.
No.
Tony
Oh,
Todd.
yeah, okay. Why do I want to think Lauren Fishburne? Why am I thinking him? I don't know. I'm thinking Matrix. I'm sorry, my bad. Or something. But God, that movie was creepy as hell. That was messed up.
See, horror in the 80s and the 90s was the best. Like I was telling Kelly, it was the best ever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and the way horror's going
I-
these days, it's just going into a great.
You know,
Yeah,
Needs to be
I agree.
refined.
think it has to do with today's society. We're getting a little bit more desensitized towards violence and things. And each time you produce a horror movie, when you come out with another person, it's got to be bigger. It's got to be better. It's got to be bloodier. It's got to be messier. It's got to be sicker. And, you know, you throw a couple decades in there and look what we get. You know,
I think
the type of
another
stuff
thing
that we
is
have.
that we've gotten too many. Let's remake this. Let's remake that. I mean, for crying out loud, they remade Psycho, and they did
Yeah.
it word for word, and they did it in color. Now Hitchcock could have made that movie in color, but he chose not to.
Yeah.
And the remake flopped because it just didn't have the same feel as the original.
It
And
didn't.
it didn't because one, it was in color, and number two, it wasn't Hitchcock.
Mhm.
I mean,
Oh, I
Yeah.
agree with you, Horror Hive. Yeah, mainstream entertainment it has really gone down the crapper.
yeah.
It has.
Not just horror.
I think these things relying too much on like special effects and stuff rather than like actually getting
that's
that
not like it.
fear into somebody.
You know, there is nothing like making a movie, especially, you know, and I find that a lot of times that some of the under budget movies are a lot more effective because number one,
B movies in general
made-
are awesome.
Yes, they are.
Well, I
it depends
mean,
on the B movie.
Yeah.
That's getting
use-
like further down the line with Zombievers, but you know, that's besides the point.
but it's
Still,
like they even use the claymation skeletons in Army of Darkness.
Oh yes, I remember those.
I mean,
Yes.
instead of
let's not
having them-
forget. I have to bring this up because we're talking about it and we're talking about originality and making things believable and stuff. We all remember. Oh my God, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, we all remember, but me.
We all remember, but I don't remember.
Oh my god.
And I don't know where your brain's going. So
Poltergeist. Poltergeist. The
Oh,
scene when she's in the
yeah.
water with the dead bodies.
yes.
Those were.
They were actual dead bodies.
skeletons,
They
Yeah, they
were-
were actually real, and
they
they
were
didn't tell her until after.
and she didn't know it.
No,
Oh my
no
God.
idea until afterwards. Oh god, I would have been so angry.
And you know why they were able to use real ones, right?
No,
Because they
tell
were
us.
cheaper. It
Yep,
was
it was
cheaper.
way less expensive.
Yes.
Oh.
It was
Oh,
cheaper to get real dead bodies than it was to have fake skeletons.
Mhm.
I want to
And it had
donate
so much
my
bad
body
stuff
to
happening
the
on that
horror
set in
industry
general.
when I die. When I die, I'm dedicate my body to the horror industry. Thank you.
Oh, no.
We got to talk about.
We'll see.
I know
Just
it's a
wait.
little bit off
You
subject,
heard it
but-
here.
Yeah, I
You
know
heard
it's a
it
little
here.
bit off subject, but did you know that in in the early days of Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, the actual
Oh, yes.
like they actually
Yeah.
used real freaking skeletons.
Again, because it was cheaper than
Yeah.
getting fake ones done and stuff. And,
Alright.
there's just so much. Oh god.
We already agree with that. We
People. We
Everybody
all have a
agrees
chance to
with
be
that.
famous at some point in our life.
Yes.
Let's dedicate our bodies to the horror industry.
we all agree that the overuse of CGI is not as effective as practical effects.
Exactly.
And yeah, like I said earlier, and I know you missed this, Horror Hive. There's a fine line there. You
Mhm.
have to find that balance.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Oh,
I hope we don't copyright on it, but I'm gonna mention
Oh.
yeah.
Oh no.
You know what movies I'm talking about? The original 4, 5, and 6. They were awesome because they were low budget and they had to work with actors for all of their alien species, for everything. And I get it. Okay, they went ahead and put in, the CG and everything, and that's great. But you know what? I'd rather see a puppet. I'd rather see a puppet than a computer animated creature. I want to know how
It
many
makes it
people
more
took.
real.
Yes,
And,
That's what we're
it
trying
does. hmm Yep.
and the practical effects, I'll never forget.
I
when-
get it. You can do more with CG. You can make alien worlds that you can't do normally. I get it. I get that. But
I don't feel like you get that same fear like Clint was saying earlier with Jaws and how it is so real and it could actually happen, and that's the scary part of it. Like just things
and
like that.
And the other thing about Jaws, and I don't know if you guys know this, the robot shark that they had created for the shark, the reason you don't see the shark so much in the movie, it broke.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
And so they had to work around when it would actually work and they could get it on film versus when it was broken and they couldn't get it on film. Hey,
And I think people actually got hurt by it as well in real life. Too.
yeah, and it was
Oh God.
scarier.
Well,
But it's always that anticipation. It's scarier not to see what you're afraid of coming at you.
okay, watch for a new show coming out with Robo Jaws because you know it's going to be a thing.
Or Sharknado.
The robot that, you know, that explains a lot. You know, it's like, okay, I don't really live in Kansas, but I'm using Kansas just because it's Kansas. I can't get anywhere more landlocked than Kansas, and Jaws is there in the freaking local fishing hole. It's only like 12 feet across, but god dang it, Jaws is there, and he's going to eat me in two, and it's going to be a 2.5 hour movie.
I think that was Sharknado 3, the Shark Tornado.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have a lot of love for the Sharknado movies because they're really spoofy, but they're still funny. They're still funny as crap to watch, and yeah, they are so fake it's not funny. But yeah,
okay, I'm going to bring this back. I'm going back to the conversation that Clint and I had a little while back before the show, and I asked him about. When we were talking about the whole CGI and the puppetry and you know the animatronics and all this stuff or whatever, and he had mentioned to me one of the movies that really got under his skin was Predator.
Really?
Back in the day.
Wow.
And the Alien movies, yeah. Alien versus Predator. Was it Alien versus Predator in specific, or was it the first second one? The one with Arnold? Or Danny Glover?
Yes.
Wait, were they on the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one, when I was Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That creeped me out when I was a kid. And the first Alien and the second Aliens movie scared the hell out of me too. The most too.
Oh my. Yes.
I wasn't allowed
you know. And I'm going to say it.
But I was allowed to
say it
at 16.
I saw the first one, Alien, and then I saw Aliens. And let me tell you, for decades, and I am not lying, decades, I have had nightmares of those damn face huggers. Out of all of them, I mean,
oh my God, yes.
You know, the xenomorphs are scary enough and they're creepy enough. And
God, me too.
I would love to have a full xenomorph outfit, believe me, but those damn face huggers.
Did I show you the Thanksgiving turkey that was done up as a xenomorph face hugger?
Oh my God! You know, and I also have to say that what really scared me shitless about that movie when I first saw it as a kid was when the alien was starting to come out of the stomach. Oh my God! Oh, that traumatizes me so damn much.
Came out of his chest. He came out.
It was the eggs for me. It was the eggs. You come in and you're walking around, and then all of a sudden you just come across this room, and there's all these. I mean, and there's just not one or two. There's like hundreds of these eggs in this little tiny room. And afterwards, you know, when they start, they all seem to just crack open all at the same time. I mean, these damn face huggers, they get on you, and then all of a sudden when they eventually drop off, you don't really realize that the person has been impregnated. Or these people, they will catch the xenomorphs. They're like a bee's hive. Thank you very much. Or a hive. A hive society. So all the smaller, quicker ones that run all over the freaking ceilings and move at lightning speed snatch you up out of nowhere, and they encrust you into these rooms, and you find these people still glued to the walls. and they're still alive. The host is still alive. Yeah. And you're trying to break them out, and then all of a sudden they start just wailing. And that's when they crack the sternum and come ripping out of the stomach, you know, these new workers,
How many films took that? I mean, there were films that took parts of those horror movies and moved them into Ice Pirates with the face herpes.
Look at the video game Half-Life. Look at Half-Life.
Yeah.
You have those particular aliens that are, what are they called again?
I'm waiting for
I can't remember.
Game.
Their head, what do they call them? I can't, somebody say it in chat. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. But they consume the whole head.
Yeah.
And they wrap around, and it's basically the same thing as the face huggers.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Bacon.
That's another fear that plays on, I believe. Bacon. How did you go from face huggers to head crab? There you go. Yes, the head crab. I knew it was something like it had to do with crabs. I can't remember what it was.
Oh God.
You know what?
Not those crabs.
What freaked me out about Aliens was the part when Lance Henriksen gets torn apart by the alien queen, like that picture I showed you.
Yeah.
Yes. That was gross. The gurgling, the nasty, what you would expect to be blood, but it's an android. He's an android. And so he doesn't feel it. It doesn't matter if he has any part of his body attached, as long as his head is attached to his main, whatever, he still can, you could rip his head off, his head would still be, but all that nasty oatmeal looking runny,
well, them coming out of the alien coming out of his chest.
That grossed me out. That bugged me out when I was
They didn't actually tell.
They didn't tell him? What? Mia? Mia? I don't hear Mia.
I don't hear her either. Okay, that's not good.
We lost Mia. Reconnect. I don't know. We can't hear you. She leaves me hanging. She left me hanging.
I blame Ben Drowned. He does that.
Douchebag.
The alien coming out of his...
There we go.
You are.
We hear you.
Yes.
Okay. You do hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So
you got too excited. Did you knock your mic off or something?
They didn't actually tell the other actors what was going to happen. Yeah, I freaked the computer out. It kind of said, ah! So, yeah. It actually made that voice over there was kind of scary. But they didn't know what they were going to do. And so when the alien came out of his chest like that, what you got from them was actual surprise and yeah, it was real. It was the actual reaction, because they did not know that was the actor himself knew it was going to happen. The director knew it was going to happen, but the other actors in the scene did not know it was going to happen.
Oh, so they made it all more authentic by their reactions, right?
Yes,
that's brilliant. I like more. Yeah, they should do that more often. I know that there's quite a few directors when they do, when they do actually, they do that. So you can get a genuine reaction from your, the people that you're working with, from the other actors, and it makes it so much more believable. Oh my God.
And it's, they did the same thing in 4, 5, and 6. They didn't tell anybody what
was coming.
Darth Vader was going to say to Luke. What was he going to say? Nobody knew until he said it.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about that too with Harrison Ford. When he was doing one of his most iconic lines when he gets thrown into the cryogenic freeze.
Actually,
when was like, "I love you." He ad-libbed a lot of his parts in that movie, and I think that's what made it so much better, because they were he just popped into his head, and he's just like, she's like, I love you. He's like, I know. And it was like,
oh,
I love that. That's the best.
They had it written up a different way, and he said Han would not do that.
No,
that's not the way Han is. That's not the character.
Yes, if anything, he made it more authentic.
It does, and you know, that's what made, I think, Han Solo. You know, you see this a lot with actors, where you have a successful role, and they played their role so well that that actor or actress becomes synonymous with that character. And that's all. It's like, why is Luke Skywalker playing in this, you know, what is it? I can't remember, The Red Line or something. It was some war movie, and I was just like, I can't get over this. This is Luke Skywalker. He doesn't belong here. You know, I'm sure he did great acting. I'm sorry, but I could not get over it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but with Harrison Ford, he was the only one that was able to move on and have Indiana Jones and have all these other different characters, because the characters, I think, were created as a part of Harrison Ford rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
That's what made it.
Well,
great.
That's another thing is when you see Freddy, or you see, I just did it again. You see Robert Englund playing another part. And I had people who were telling me I was crazy. They'd never seen Robert Englund in a movie before or anything before. And
he's been in quite a few, actually.
And they were like, they couldn't believe that I'd seen him before he was Freddy Kruger. And he's made a lot of movies after that have been, they may have been sleepers at the box office, but if you can get your hand on them, they're really good movies.
He's a great actor. He really is.
He is. And he's had some really good stuff. Yeah, Mark Hamill didn't act much because he had an accident, and it did do some damage to his face. Yeah. I think it was in between 5 and 6. It might have been 3 or 4 and 5. But he did a lot of voice. It was 5 and 6. He did a lot of voice acting, but he didn't do a lot of actual acting because of the damage to his face until
it still surprises me that Mark Hamill did the voice for Joker in the Batman animated series.
Oh, he was great. He was great.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. When I first heard that, I was like, what?
Wow. Oh, yeah. And
it's phenomenal.
My friend that is named Joker's Demise that comes on here sometimes, he does the Mark Hamill voice perfectly. Oh, my God. He's incredible.
Yeah, people, please share us out. We're at limited monetization already.
Oh, no.
Please.
It's because of what, our topic?
No,
it's our topic.
It's because we're the horror honeys.
They can't handle our honey. Come on.
They can't handle us.
YouTube.
Sweet.
Oh.
YouTube.
We're just too sweet.
Oh, yeah, we're sweet and spicy.
We try to be.
They can go be bitter somewhere else.
But, the scariest movie of all time was produced by Disney. It's called Frozen.
Oh.
I don't know.
God, no! There goes the rest of it.
There goes the rest.
Oh, God.
If you had the chance to double for Robert Englund, do you think you'd like to?
What's that?
If you had a chance to double for Robert Englund, you could go back in time and double for him in a movie, one of the movies. Would you love? Yeah, I would think so.
I would do it.
That's awesome. It would hard to say no. I couldn't even imagine someone even second guessing that one.
Yeah, really.
I mean, damn.
I feel like it would be an honor, like
About earlier.
Yeah. At first, I
Oh,
was, I guess, like, oh, is this real? You know?
But the first time I did, they want to use a double Freddy, and I said, no, I don't want a double Freddy. I want to just be me. You know, I want to just be my own Freddy.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm one man army, you know.
Yeah, he is. And he can get in everybody's brain.
Oh, he can.
Yes.
When I do haunts, I get into people's heads too. You know what I mean? I do the same thing as well.
You know, I've gone into some of them. I've been some crappy ones, but I've been into good ones. But I always seem to be right behind the people that get the first scare, so I know they're there. It's just like, you know, some people, they're just, you want to hit the biggest group there because you want the most. Not always. You could probably do more damage if you hit the one that is following back behind and see nothing.
Well, the other thing there is trying to space people out enough so that they hear the screaming in front of them, but they don't actually know where the scream is coming from.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad when we had one here that was done by a group in New Orleans that my husband and I went to before we were even married. And and I actually kind of scared the actors.
That's pretty funny.
They had one of the best, and you don't see sacrifice scenes in a lot of haunted houses. But they had a sacrifice scene, like they were doing a satanic sacrifice. And so they come up towards us, and of course they could only get so close to us. But they come up towards us, and they're holding a heart and a liver in their hands, and they're like, "What would you like to lose first?" And I'm like, actually, can I eat that? And the girl holding it just about dropped them, and is like, I'm going back over there. And she runs back over to where the body is, and of course they've got the priest up there playing with the entrails, and the quote unquote sacrifice is screaming from the sacrificial table, and I'm going, hey, don't play with the intestines like that. You'll bunch them up and they'll be no good for stuffing.
Here, I've been like freaking my ass out because of Mary coming up and grabbing my ankles and dragging me out of my bed at night when I should be really worried about Mia. What the hell?
Oh, you should be scared of me too, especially whenever I come up near your pillow and I go.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's one face I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if we've got any more questions. Yes, Robert Englund is a classically trained actor. And yes, he wasn't always thrilled to only be known as Freddy. Well, it's like John DeLacy. People know him as Q on Star Trek.
Oh, yes.
He was in Emergency before he was on Star Trek. He was on Days of Our Lives after he was on Emergency.
Oh, my God.
He was on Star Trek. You know, yeah.
And also, he did the voice for Discord in My Little Pony series.
Yeah. So
I have to say he did that pretty well when I was forced to watch it.
There's a lot of our horror actors, a lot of the ones that we know from other things, we don't realize that they're doing other things.
Yeah.
I remember there was Robert Englund had a kids show in the
That's
late
ironic.
80s.
Oh my
It
god!
was,
Wow.
and he was doing Freddy, but it was like Freddy doing a after school special type show. And the episodes is he's telling a story of what the kids should not be doing, what they should, how they could get in trouble doing things that they should not be doing. And I watched that.
Well, that explains a lot, Mia. That's all I have to say.
Yes, it does.
Well, I told you I had dreams of going to my high school with Freddie taking care of the boys. You know, Freddie was my buddy. Freddie was my friend and my pal. Freddie didn't scare me. He was my best friend. I love Freddie.
That's awesome. Now I get it. I totally get it now. It's like the connection is made. The link has been found. Yes. Yeah. You're.
There's a reason why they called me a Minica bus.
That's awesome. I love it. That kills me. Oh,
James,
God.
I think that you were going to give our guest a reading.
Yes.
And this one is the Friday the 13th reading. And I thought, hey, somewhat appropriate.
Are you ready for this, Clint?
Yeah.
Ready? Okay, first of all, each card has its own name pertaining to luck. So I'll explain to you the best I can, and this one's a 13-card spread. Go figure. So the first card is called the Black Cat. It says an event crossing your path, or an omen. And lately it says that you've been gaining a new form of enlightenment lately. You're entering a new phase into your life, and you're looking at things from a different perspective than you used to, and that's a good thing. You're moving forward in your life, so to speak, and like entering a new phase. And it's like, okay, that's over. I've learned a certain lesson, and I'm going to be a lot smarter about certain things.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of an eye opener for you. That's what's been addressed now. And the next one is walking under a ladder, something you are avoiding in your life. And lately it's saying that you've not been really social lately. Not really taking risks or really going forward and being more bold, and you've been playing it more safe. And it's saying you need to have a little bit more fun, be more random.
That makes sense.
Be more random.
Yeah. And the next one is the broken mirror, something you are not seeing clearly. And it's saying that, again, like I said, moving forward, it's the Chariot. It's saying you're a lot more in control than you realize. And you are moving forward to the next stage, but you are in full control of where you're going and making sure nobody is in your way.
That sounds about right.
So you're not fully aware of it yet, but you will. You'll gain that clarity, such as, oh, I have been kicking ass. And okay, and the next one is knock on wood, where you are protected, how to protect yourself. And there's been a woman who's been kind of pushy with you. She's been pretty pushy with you, been a bit more commanding, and it's saying that you need to be more aware of her.
I don't know. Not recently, I would say.
Yeah, but it's saying that
Damn
it could be
it,
behind
you.
the scenes. It can be behind the scenes, but
I know.
be careful.
I'm such a bitch. I'm just constantly demanding shit from people, and I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay, the next one is cold hands, warm heart.
We know how she is. Don't worry.
Okay, it says cold hands, warm heart, how romantic experiences, how to warm your heart. And it's saying for now you need to focus more on yourself and your growth. And it's saying that you want the affection and such, but it's saying for now just keep it to rest, to focus on yourself just for now.
That makes sense, because I don't get a lot of affection at all with people.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially with women. Like, especially with women too, you know. They don't have a lot of affection on me. They just don't.
Yeah, so it's saying, you know, focus on yourself just for a while, sort things out until you're ready.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yes. Okay, the next one is find a penny, pick it up, where you can prosper, financial advice. And it's saying get more involved with your community and you'll find some opportunities for wealth.
Ooh.
Like, get yourself more out there and you'll get the financial attention you want.
Well,
you might have an opportunity right there.
That'd be interesting.
Well, that's why I'm live with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is the wishbone, a goal to focus on. And it's saying that right now you need to have more foresight, be more aware of your surroundings and people. Learn to really plan first before you take full action, such as you have something in mind, but you don't really have the full information just yet. So it's saying do some research, come up with a plan, then act. That's the task you have to do for now.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then next one is 13 Witches Coven, your sacred tribe, valuable people in your life. And there's someone that's been pretty clever. They think on their feet and then been helping you discover secrets.
Oh.
Getting information for you. So that person is going to be very important. They could be either male or female, but most likely they are a young person and they're good at uncovering secrets.
Oh.
Cool.
And finding out information for you, or they can be very clever when it comes to their wit.
So that could be beneficial.
Yeah, so this person is going to help you out.
I can help I can get.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yes. Okay, and the next one is the 13 moons. Other tasks to be done, and it's saying that you need to stand your ground because there's going to be some people that might be a bit confrontational for you. So be brave, courageous, stand your ground, and they'll back off. You'll be winning.
Of course. Stand up for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
good.
be bold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that need to be done right now. And okay, this one's the 13th floor, something to skip or not need in your life. And lately it's saying that you've been a bit down in the dumps lately. You've been a bit sad. You've been, keeping yourself in a lot of pretty much like a blue period. That's the best way I can put it lightly. And it's saying that you need to avoid that. You need to avoid those things that are giving you bad memories, and you can move forward. You'll be a lot happier. But you don't need that right now. You don't need that self-destructive talk. You need to stop that and be nicer to yourself.
Oh, that's easier said than done.
That is true.
That's something that you need to stop, and that's telling you to stop that. You need to be nicer, and there's a lot more happier things for you in your life that you can look forward to.
Well. Easy said than done.
Yes. Okay. These are the last 3 cards, so they're very critical. Listen carefully.
Oh.
Okay, the next one is bad luck, something to prepare for going poorly. And the only thing that's going to be bad is that you'll have to deal with some judgmental people, and they're going to kind of put you in a corner, but you can handle it just fine. You feel like you're being bound and judged for no reason, so be careful about that. There's going to be some people that are going to,
People like that.
do that. They're going to do that. You feel like you're being bound and judged, and you can't move anywhere, but you can. You have the upper hand.
Oh, yeah.
But what's good luck for you is that you'll be having more affection in your life. You're going to have a lot more loving people. You're going to get that loving energy that you've been craving lately.
Ooh, that's good. Good.
It could be either romantic or in friendship, whichever. But it's saying just you're going to have good luck in getting affection.
Okay.
That's what I need, affection.
Yes. Okay, and the next one is changing luck, surprise events, something exciting, and again, being bound is the Hanged Man, so you're going to be given an opportunity to reflect a lot more and come to better decisions. You're going to be put into a situation where you're going to sort things out, and then you're going to come to a better decision than you had been.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Well,
So there you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And that's the reading for you. So it's
Wow.
so overall, that's saying that just put yourself out there, be more random, stop with the sadness. There's going to be some opportunities of affection for you, and you're going to sort things out and have a better view on things.
That'd be
Nice.
good.
Okay.
That'll work.
You're a lot more powerful than you realize. You're a lot more in control than you realize. You crumble towards this. You easily crumble under that kind of pressure, but it's saying you don't. You need to whip that depression monster into submission. You gotta tell it who's boss.
You're Freddy Kruger after all.
Yeah, you tell
Yes.
That's why I'm
Yes, you can scare it. You can scare off that thing.
Just go Freddy on him.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, did I tell you to talk?
So, see, I got a question from Horror Hive for Klint. Since every one of the gloves was different for the films, which is your favorite one?
Well, my favorite one is the
Which one?
3 and 4.
3 and 4?
4.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were
The
mentioning. Yeah, you mentioned that ideally you would like to have the outfit for every single movie. I mean, as far as to the movie, as close as possible at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to do them all.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
awesome.
That would be awesome.
See, that's dedication right there, man. That's wicked awesome.
That would be amazing.
Hmm.
Although I can't remember which one it was. I think it was 2 that Robert called the pepperoni pizza mask.
Yes.
I
Because
remember Pizza Hut.
it looked like a pepperoni pizza.
That's how they got the idea from pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But
There
it
you go.
really was not a good mask. It was really bad.
That's how they got the idea from Freddy with pizza. That's why they call it pizza face.
Well, yeah, but
That makes sense.
they did actually really good, because if you look and I feel bad saying this, but if you look at people who have been horribly burned, they did a very good representation of what it looks like, because without any reconstruction or without any kind of, I mean, before they even try to do any grafting or anything like that, that's what the skin looks like. That's what it does.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Colloidal tissue and the different discolorations.
You guys want to know how to get the idea from the glove? You know how to get the idea from the glove?
Yes.
Don't remember.
The idea was from a bear statue.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Like
I got
a
it.
bear claw.
That makes sense.
Like a bear claw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bear
The idea
claw.
And that's how they invented the glove from a bear statue, because bears have long claws, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they got, yep.
I see it.
No, I'm not asking that question. I'm pretty
See, the
sure
problem
he's
is-
never done Florida Man.
No.
See, and this is the problem today. What Robin always said was that people are not coming up with ideas. That's the problem too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For movie. And that's why horror's kind of going down to shit, you know? And it's not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know? That's the problem. That's what
But
they're
who
saying.
knows? Who knows? It can have a revival. For all we know, there's been revivals of all sorts, so I'm not losing hope on that.
Oh, I believe it will. That way. One way or the other, it will.
The Universal and Universal had the black and white classics that we all love. Bela Lugosi with Dracula, Boris Karloff with
Oh yes.
Frankenstein, Lon Chaney, the Wolfman, you know, and then here recently they were going to redo all those movies. All the great black and white, they were going to redo them. And they started out with The Mummy, which was actually another Boris Karloff movie.
Yeah.
And the way they did it, they focused on the star, which was Tom Cruise, and they did not focus on the story. And in doing so,
Okay.
they basically killed it.
Okay, do I have to say it? Tom Cruise. I'm sorry. He's probably gonna sue me now because I said it. We just finished, you know, we're no demonetized. I mean, there's nothing left to demonetize. I'm sorry. Tom Cruise? No. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're okay. You done good. Top Gun was okay. Days of Thunder, yeah, that was cool. No. No. Oh.
But here's the thing: is the thing about those.
Oh no!
Did we
Got her again.
She became a man.
It's doing it again.
Damn it, Ben! Damn it, Ben!
But yeah, Bill Lugosi couldn't even speak English. He had just come over from Hungary. He was from the Hungarian stage. He was a Hungarian war hero, and they taught him his lines by phonetics. They would tell him what to say phonetically, and that's how he said his lines. And it worked so perfectly for Dracula.
Yes, it did.
You
I
know,
have to say.
it was amazing. But it wasn't, you know, it was the character Dracula was the main part of the movie. It wasn't Bela Lugosi. you know, Boris Karloff was the monster, but it wasn't Boris Karloff, it was the monster. And when they went and they made the new Mummy movie, first of all, they didn't focus on the mummy themselves. They made the mummy female, which I can't, whatever. But they focused on the actor, Tom Cruise.
That took a lot of soapboxes, didn't it? I'm sorry I went there. I was trying to not say anything. I'm just saying, wasn't she taller than him anyway? I'm just saying,
Yes.
I'm all sorts of bad.
But they didn't focus on the characters. They didn't focus on who they were supposed to be focusing on. And I don't see how you can do something like that. I mean, not that there was anything wrong with the Brendan Fraser mummies. I enjoyed them immensely. They were
not bad. They were pretty cool. They were different. You know, they still had an element of themselves, though. You know, they weren't.
Right. But, you know, we have a lot of, I mean, if people didn't know that Robert Englund played Freddy Kruger.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have any idea. I mean, how many of us sat there and waited to watch the screen to see who was playing Freddy? I know I did, but I know I'm weird. But
most people, you're right. They're looking for the horror icon. You know, they're waiting for to see what he looks like. You know,
they want the character.
What that newer one that they made? The one that he was that was questionable. You know, the Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever. When he did more of the demon form and it just. I look at that. Who was the actor that played that? I don't even know. That's terrible. It wasn't Robert Englund. It was somebody else.
No, it was. It's a new one, and I can't remember.
Yeah.
Who played him. But you know, and again, you see that in Wishmaster.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Nobody talks about Wishmaster except me. Those movies scared me the first time I saw them.
Yeah.
They don't scare me anymore, but they scared me when I first saw them. And
yeah, I think they made him too symmetrical. Maybe that's what I'm getting, you know, because Robert Englund, his face, iconic face. I mean, with the mask, I mean, still, it's iconic. It looks like Robert Englund. And when you put a mask that looks like Robert Englund, there's not too many people that can pull that off. But, you know, with that new movie, it was just too symmetrical or something. And it was just like, okay.
Asymmetrical is where it's at when it comes to freaky.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, that's what makes a person a person with personality. You know, I don't know. It just
like
you make them too perfect.
Like imagine that you're going to, you're waking up and you see your, family member, whoever, at the dinner table, and they look normal, and then they turn their whole head to you, and then half of their face is gone. You just see it like an open bloody skull. Like things like that are still scary. That's where asymmetrical really.
Well, see, and that was the thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street movie. At the end, you knew it wasn't really over because at the end there was something else that happened. You know, at the end of the first one, Nancy's pulled back through the door. You know.
Yep.
And that just started it.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder. Okay. Just because you were talking about the remakes, and I know we're running long today, but Yeah, you know why? Obviously, this is great conversation here. I don't want to let it go. But you were talking about doing like remastering some of the classics and whatnot, and it brought a thought to my head about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Robert De Niro. What are your thoughts on that?
Movie has been redone. Frankenstein's been redone so many times, it's not funny.
Well, yes, but I mean, the one that popped into my head is Robert De
Niro. He did
which
really
was
good
like,
job.
yeah, I think he did too. I mean, I would have never in a million years would have expected him to go for a role like that, but I'm glad he did because he did a really good job. He brought more humanity, I think, to the creature more than any other.
There's that glove. I love that glove.
Yeah,
I'm in love with that glove.
But I was impressed with it. I liked it.
I love the sound it makes too. It's not. I mean, I've seen a lot of Freddy gloves, but that one is more believable than anyone I've ever seen or heard, except for the one
It's awesome.
he used. That scene when he's walking through the boiler with the pipes and everything. And
I was just thinking that it was like the nails down the chalkboard thing.
Yeah. Oh God. That's like, oh
wow.
Yes. This is my pot glove right here.
Nice.
How many gloves do you have?
I got like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
You need that glove your back is, since you can use that to scratch your back.
Yeah, this is my pot too over here. I got my pot 1 right over here. My pot 1 glove. Oh, I dropped it.
Whoopsie.
That's some hardware. You can hear it. It's hardware.
You can hear the hardware.
See, my mistake would be like, I'd be like, oh yeah, I got my glove on, and I'd be like, I have to pick my nose. Put the glove on. Oh.
Yeah,
I should have done that. Yeah.
That would hurt.
And this is my pot 5 glove. I got it right here too. This one's pretty grimy looking.
Oh wow.
Nice.
See, I like the fact that you can hear those. I love it. Because that you can hear.
Or imagine that, like the claws raking down glass right outside your window. Oh, God, that'd be great.
Nails, chalkboard nails.
Yes.
I get cringe right there.
Do you have one with syringes?
Oh, yeah,
like from Dream Warriors, where he had the syringe glove. For the attic.
Now that one would really bug me.
I don't have problems with that one because I have a fear of needles.
Me too.
And it's strange that other gloves don't bother me, but the syringe.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. I love your swords in the background. Yeah, I saw.
Swords, knives, daggers, all kinds of cool shit. Oh, pretty neat guy.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Would you say that you're kind of a sharp individual? No, I'm sorry. That was that was bad one.
Oh no.
And also he's bright and polished.
Well, not the sharp.
And also he's bright and polished.
Those man was shot before in the shed, that's for sure.
But you're shiny.
Huh?
But you're shiny.
Shiny.
Okay.
Shiny.
No.
So,
Bright and polished.
you say you do a lot of the local haunts during Halloween? Or during October, I guess.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done haunts. I've done a couple already.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
That must have been really cool.
How do you go about being able to find something like that? If for anyone who would like to.
The first haunt I did, like I was telling Kelly, I was cast to do a haunt for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in 2018. And it's Freddy. They paid my airfares. They stuck me in the beach house and all that other stuff. It was really cool.
I bet that.
Oh,
was
that sounds
fun.
rough. I bet you that was really tough. I mean, that just sounds
Yeah,
horrible. I mean, the accommodations, I mean, no.
October in South Carolina is in that costume. Had to be.
Ooh, muggy.
I struggled the first time. I struggled the first time, but I got used to it. I got better at it.
See, I've lived down in Louisiana, so
Well, yeah, I live in
more
Louisiana.
cement. Yeah, cement, sweats. You know, yeah, that's hot. That's hot. It's hot.
Or try Arizona heat where it's completely dry heat and you'll be roasted. Oh, that's
Yes,
even worse.
Yeah.
That's you can get yourself in trouble. You guys gotta watch out for the dry heat. You get like 115 degrees out here, and it'll be like below, 50 some humidity. I mean, it gets bad out here, and it's very dry, and it really can just, you don't realize that you overexert yourself until heat stroke sets in. So you got to make sure you're drinking a lot of water.
I thought you have to drink a lot of liquids while you're in costume.
Oh, one of them is saying, can you make the blades dry together with your gloves?
Make the blades grind together.
I'll put one on each hand. They're all on the same hand, though, but they're hand specific.
Yeah, they're all.
That's not going to be possible.
No.
Can't really do that, no.
Unless you can. No, I
Can you
don't.
guys see? Can you guys see?
Yes, we can see you. No, we are not.
I can't see you guys, and it says, it says that me isn't responding right. That's what it's saying.
Oh, I had that happen to me a little bit earlier. That's why I was monkeying around with my phone. Just wait, it'll eventually come around again. Google.
Let's
Google.
not talk about Tide Pod, okay, guys?
No, please.
Because it's asking me if I want to close it or no.
Just
No,
wait.
don't wait.
It
Just
says
wait.
it has an option for wait. Just let it wait. Just push wait. That's what I did, and
Can
it
you hear
cleared
us?
up.
Okay, good.
It gives
And
it
I
to
think we're actually
we're out of
wrapping it up here.
Oh,
yeah. We're
We
over.
have loved having you here with us,
That went by
Yes,
fast.
it was such an honor to meet you.
and it
Really
wasn't.
Indeed.
And if you're ever down here in Louisiana doing Freddy, let me know. What about Freddy doing an appearance in Mortal Kombat?
Ooh. Can you imagine?
Oh, creepy.
I didn't see
Freddy Krueger
that.
versus Scorpion.
Or Hive.
Oh, yeah.
Come here. Wait. No. Go away. No. Ah!
We lost him.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh.
Ben Sheba, can you message him?
Damn it, Ben.
I will try.
You do bad, okay?
Fatality. Oh man, and we're just getting ready, and maybe that's, you know, it's telling us it's time to move on.
YouTube? Oh.
Yep. Yes.
YouTube.
Because we are running very late, and
We are.
wow, this has been so great, and I definitely really enjoyed having Klint with us.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I liked doing his cards.
I enjoyed talking to him. I enjoyed, he's been able to talk about everything. I mean, it's not just been Freddy, it's been everything. Next week.
He's very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable.
You know, it's not just the fan. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what makes him the best.
And he is on Facebook, and I do believe we have a link here somewhere. I think we have a link.
Oh, I put it up in Discord. There is his Facebook link and also his YouTube channel for you know, just hit to miss.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now.
Thank you, because I can't grab it for some reason. Even though I've got it open. Are you there?
So I posted his Facebook so far, and I'm gonna grab his YouTube for you guys as well.
Now, I will say that he doesn't have a lot of stuff up on his YouTube.
No,
But-
it's just been kind of a personal thing for him, he said. So, but he does have another like a fan page, Freddy's Nightmares fan page. So if you do go into his Facebook page, you'll be able to find that information.
For that, he has a lot of pictures on his Facebook page. If you go there, it's really got some cool pictures. So keep your eye on him there for when he's going to be. He might be somewhere local to you. You don't know. Also, if you know of some opportunities that he might enjoy maybe participating in, that would be good for both of you as well, hopefully. Next time on the Horror Honey, Scooby-Doo and the van, throw in the pin and drop the grenade. No. Next week, we are going to actually look at the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Horror Honey style.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun.
So, yeah, we thought that would be a good way to follow up Klint being with us today. And we wanted, that's something fun to do. Does Kenny like fish sticks? I don't know. I'm trying to stretch the house to see if he's going to make it back or not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him. I'm talking to him right now.
Okay.
So, I guess, unfortunately, YouTube, you suck so bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't really ask him if he's going to be anywhere anytime soon, but I'm sure he'll have something on his Facebook, and he'll have that there, so you can check that out. Brand Sheba, do you have any TikToks coming up?
Well, I've got some stuff that are coming in. There's something that I'm working on. I did drop something, but that was a little something that I kind of actually, it was on one of the Dezombified shows. Speaking of those, but
what is that?
Yeah, when I get around to back on there, so
Getting a noise. Probably in my ears.
but there's plenty of content to look at if you haven't seen it. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Dame Saturday, have you got a video coming out this week? Not like you don't have one every week.
Actually, I do. I do horror every day. I actually do variety horror. I do cringe tales, and I do random fairy tales. But this time it's going to be a little bit like aquatic, and I'm going to cover old fairy lore, such as the bunyip. It's like one of them. That's creepy.
You thought that fairies were safe and little fluffy, little pixie, little. No,
they are not this particular one, because this one likes to come out of the swamp and drown you or eat you right there.
Ew!
You know what?
Someone has issues.
I know this is going to sound silly, because it's a Disney movie, first of all. And secondly, because I consider it my first horror movie. And it's also the only movie on film that Sean Connery actually sang a whole song.
Wow.
The name of the movie is Darby O'Gill and the Little People. And the reason I consider it a horror movie, I was freaking scared of the puka. I wasn't scared of the banshee or of the coach of death, but I was scared of the puka.
Waters.
Not scared of them anymore, but yeah, at the time I was scared of the puka. But then I was like 5, 6 years old, maybe. Of course, even at that age, Sean Connery was hot.
Oh yeah, I do him. I totally do him. Oh yeah.
Okay, this is before he was James Bond. Okay, this is before he was James Bond.
Sean Connery. Sorry. Oh, we're still live. Oh shit. Oh.
Okay. So, anybody wants to hear some more of Mary's voices, go watch Goblin Princess Kyo's videos.
But
if you have not binge watched her videos, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You might just happen to hear Mary a little more with a possible collaboration in its way.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm
available for collab.
Yeah, some secret surprises.
Oh yeah.
I have
like
two
secrets.
stories that I have.
Those secrets.
I've got 2 stories that I have to finish writing this week, possibly a third. And if I get those done, I should be able to finish up a video. So yeah. And I know Dezombified has plans for shows this week, but they're going to be announcing those on Twitter. So keep an eye on the Twitter.
And on Twitch, yes, we're going on Twitch more, and there might be some pretty cool content coming up. So please, if you have not made a Twitch account yet, do so if you want a little bit more of Dezombified, a little bit unfiltered. Imagine that. No. It's pretty fun. You get to see Katie stream like a little girl.
As I said earlier, we do.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. If you don't sign up for Twitch for anything else but that, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. As I said earlier, our empty mailbox is not empty anymore. It's not completely full, but it's not empty. We did get cosplay pictures from Pet Bark's art.
Yes!
And we got cosplay pictures from Anthropomantic Fiend.
Nice.
And I
So
am
we get to see
dying.
those.
It's gonna be
We
fun.
get to see those next week.
Oh, they get to
Not
strike.
next week.
Oh, the following week. We have to wait. Oh, we have to wait that long. We're gonna wait till it overflows with your pictures.
For you guys to send in some more.
Send more pictures.
Plenty of time. We've got about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Fan art.
Please send nudes. I'm accepting all of those. I would appreciate that. Okay, thanks.
Picture of patches. We need pictures of patches, guys.
Yes, come on.
Patches. So if you are a cosplayer or an artist that does any kind of art, it doesn't have to be horror. It can be any kind of art. Come share your pictures with us so we can show them on the air.
We want to see Grandma at Thanksgiving. We don't care. We'll put anything on. Come on, send us pictures.
We want you to send them to
I'm not begging.
All the pictures.
Hey, we'll take macaroni art. Come on, send us something.
We want to see Mary in the bathtub with bacon.
Wow.
That was oddly specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little Freudian slip, wasn't it?
Okay. We want you to send them to our email, which is at weallscream.horrorhoneys@gmail.com. We can't wait to show these. We might have to show these early. I don't know. The thing is, if we show them early, then what happens on the shows that we're supposed to show them?
Well, we're just gonna have to show more for more people sending us more pictures of themselves doing various things.
It can be a picture of.
Come on, we want to see some selfies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some selfies.
We all know you guys take selfies.
Yeah, it doesn't have
we
to
know
be
this.
cosplay. It could be literally just hey, what's going on?
No, not safe for work.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I love not safe for work. Yes, send them all, please. Okay, thanks.
No,
They'll be for my pattern, and they'll
PG-13, not rated R, okay?
There's the email, weallscream.horrorhoneys@gmail.com. And yeah, send pics of the stinger.
Yes.
So I'm sorry he couldn't get back with us. Yeah, I don't know what happened either, but
mine was acting up. I almost lost you guys too. Oh, I would have cried.
Well, you saw mine acting up. Clint, if you can hear us, we thank you so much.
Yes,
so much
thank you.
for being with us
I will
today.
contact him after the show. I'll let him know. So
you were a fabulous guest.
Yes.
You were wonderful. We enjoyed talking with you.
Love you.
We would not be adverse to having you come back.
Yes.
Yes. And we want to thank Dezombified.
If you guys have any other questions you think of that you might want us to ask,
let us know, and we'll have to put them together and put them together for another show. Hey. And want to thank Dezombified for allowing us this time and this platform, especially since we live so far over.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And
always a tragedy. Oh.
And we want to thank you all, the Z Ford, our listeners, our new listeners, our lurkers. And I think this is the first time that Horror Hive has been with us during this show. They've been on other Dezombified shows, I know.
Yes.
But we are here every week, every Saturday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern. And
come get you some.
come join us. We want to see you join us. We also want you to make sure you've liked and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell so you get notifications. And you know what? Share it out. Because
because
the same to replay it, people still can watch it with the replay, and sometimes they'll get the same thing out of it.
Yes.
Quoting Smile Dog.
Maybe they'll come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to send those patches, send them to Mary on Twitter or Discord. She'll share them with Patches. Because Patches.
Yes, I would appreciate that very much. Damn it, Patches, you're back and off. Come on.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Patches.
Ooh, horror sticker collection. Is that like CCG's horror mug collection?
Might be.
Are they scratch and sniff? Because I used to have scratch and sniff. Although I don't think I would want to know what we would smell like.
Ooh, I want them to glow in the dark.
I bet really sweet. Oh, yes, that too. Oh,
that'd be awesome.
Mary jumps out of
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's okay, Horror Hive. We enjoyed having you be with us and able to talk with us today. Because
always a pleasure.
Yes,
Always.
and
if you have not checked out their channel, please do check out their channel, Horror Hive. Fabulous stories. You like, you're going to get it. That's good shit right there. Go check them out.
We actually have a lot of wonderful people who are creators that are here in the chat every week. And show up in the chat all the time, and not just on our show, but on other Dezombified shows and on other channels. Fear the Great White was on Dr. Plague's channel. And I think when I mentioned that last week, he said, "Oh, really? I didn't even remember I did that." And I was like, yeah, I heard it, I was listening to Pumpkin Queen this week. If y'all haven't listened to Pumpkin Queen's doing some really neat stuff on her show, on her channel now. She has got 2 stories. One is an actual novel that she's doing like an audiobook for, and one is a story that she's original writing. And she's also started writing the backstories for her original characters, which, like Nina or Jeff's backstory, this is what you get from those.
Oh my God, I'm freaking famous!
Oh, yes, you are.
And she's also been doing fairy tales. And, she's done some of the fairy tales that I remember when I was a kid and had forgotten about. So it was interesting, and I've already caught up. And she's also been doing SCPs. She actually did a Siren Head SCP story. So yeah.
Boy, that guy gets around, let me tell you. Oh, he gets around. Yeah.
Yes, he does. Hey, with dual mouths, anything is possible. He gets on with the other giants.
Yeah, really. I've also been listening to one of Kenny's favorites, which is Wolf Campfire. And he's been doing some live streams of Dead Before Daylight, or Dead Before Dawn, and 7 Days to Die. And I might have to do some 7 Days to Die live streams again, because I deleted all the ones I did.
Yay! Let's not forget somebody that was in chat earlier too, Lucid Lupus.
Yes.
That is a very talented individual, up and coming, and go show him some love. Guarantee you are going to love it.
Mary, Dame, I can't remember which one of you said it earlier. The guy that does Mark Hamill's Joker.
Oh,
Joker's Demise. Joker's Demise. Check him out.
Oh, yep. Joker's Demise.
The dude has talent.
So crazy talented, and he's an awesome person too. If you ever reach out to him or anything like that, he's pretty great. Yeah. And he loves doing the voice, so if you ever want to talk to him one-on-one, I'm sure he would be all on board for that.
So, and like I said, Baron von Pasta's got some great stuff on his site.
Yes!
So you could probably go down our chat list and get a list of people to go and watch. Christina and Sun Ghost Squad, you want to see a paranormal group checking things out? There you go. Right
She's hella cool. I tell you, Christina, I love you, girl. I love you.
So you guys just.
I'm also grabbing the link for Joker as well. It's just taking me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna grab me. I was gonna say.
I was like,
Okay.
oh man, I like that too.
Yeah.
I will. I'll do that as well. My internet's just being slow.
Okay.
Check each other out. Enjoy each other's content if you really like. And we know not everybody is everybody's cup of tea. If you really like, subscribe. Give them likes. Share them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I feel bad when I'm sitting here putting out 13 different, when I'm binge watching and every video I'm putting out on Twitter, you know, oh, this is really good. 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 Like,
there's so much good stuff there. It takes forever to get through you. Oh, there's many.
Yeah, it is. And then there's my regulars that I watch, you know, like Dezombified, Let's Read, Jensen. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got my Jensen shirt. Yeah, really. I got my Jensen T-shirt in the mail yesterday, and my granddaughter says, "He looks scary."
That's the point.
And I'm like, yeah, but you know, the guy who does the voice, he drew that. And then I hear Jensen come into a conversation on one of the videos I was watching, and it's like and these were all narrators. He comes in and he says, "Well, hello everybody," and you know his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other narrators goes, "My ears just had an orgasm." And it was one of the males. So, you know, he actually, I wrote a character, and his voice, the way his voice is, that's what came to mind when I was writing this character. So, you know, his voice, when I put that video together, I've already asked him if he would mind voicing that character if he's available at the time.
Oh, guys, I have a little surprise thing to add in too. This one is a YouTuber. He's a big fan of mine, and I recommend him. He needs more subscribers. He's near 400 now. And it's a little bit off topic for narrators, but his name is Dr. Cola, and he plays this mad scientist guy who does weird things with Coke bottles.
Oh, Mary does weird things with Coke bottles too.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't.
That's right. No,
Disturbed pay. Disturbed pay.
It's quite the wonder of medical science, I will say that.
Disturbed pay.
Anyway, I can put the link in there for Dr. Cola.
Yes,
please do.
Please do.
He is amazing and really good at playing that. It seems almost like he's from the future.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, it seems like he's from the future. It's like a post-apocalyptic thing, but he does it like interesting stuff with power tools. There's a link in there. I just posted. Check him out. He's actually pretty cool.
Power tools.
Yeah,
Like
lovely things you can do with power tools.
are from the future, right?
Woo, is it getting hot in here? Oh my god.
Oh, get that drill, baby. Get that drill.
So, Disturbed K, who is another fabulous YouTuber, has a video premiering tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And that's in just about an hour. So, yeah. We will talk to you guys later. We will be back here at 3 o'clock next Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern next Saturday. And like I said, we're going to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
We'll have to see how we do it. 1, 2, 3. Bittersweet.